He knocked at 6:03 a.m. 3 sharp taps. Urgent. Uneasy. I was tying my tie, preparing for another predictable day in a life I thought I understood. Routine. Safe. Built on what I believed was love. When I opened the door, Sam looked shattered. Not tired, not upset. Shattered. Like a man who had seen something he wished he could unsee. "Don't go to work today," he whispered. His voice trembled. His pupils were huge. Sweat beaded at his temples, though the morning was cold. "Why?" I asked. He swallowed hard, eyes darting behind me as if danger lurked inside my own home. "You'll understand by noon." Then he walked away like he'd confessed to a crime and expected judgment to come for him. I stood there, holding my tie in my hand, feeling the first fracture form in my reality. At 11:45, the police called. A woman's voice, rigid and official. "Sir, please stay where you are. We are heading to your address." My chest tightened. The world slowed. And then my phone buzzed with another call. My daughter-in-law. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes," she snapped, dripping contempt. "Everyone is tired of you sitting while we work." Her tone was a knife. Familiar. Expected. I stared out the window. Snow fell gently. My neighborhood sat in peaceful deception. I replied coldly, and hung up. Silence. Snow. A life cracking open. By dusk, they would all regret underestimating me. People assume betrayal arrives screaming. It rarely does. Mine arrived in soft whispers, sideways glances, quiet exclusions, death by politeness. My daughter-in-law, with her forced smiles and sharpened words. My son, too blinded or indifferent to see the shifting power in his own home. And my wife, the person I built my world around. I noticed first in the small things, the late-night texts she angled away from me, the sudden laughter at jokes I never heard, phone calls that ended the moment I entered the room, replaced with awkward silence and an innocent smile that never reached her eyes. "Just work stuff," she said, "always work stuff." But faith dies in inches, not leaps, and soon it became the way she dressed, the new perfume, the glow people mistake for happiness when it's really guilt wearing excitement as camouflage. I told myself I was imagining it, that trust meant enduring doubt quietly, that loyalty was noble. But loyalty without awareness is just self-inflicted blindness. And I was tired of being blind. So when Sam knocked that morning, his terror didn't confuse me. It confirmed something already rotting inside me. Truth doesn't come gently. It erodes, then it devours. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Rage is reckless. I prefer precision. I began collecting pieces. Phone bills, deleted messages recovered quietly, GPS logs, bank statements, a pattern forming, each detail a thread in a web she wove while smiling at me across dinner plates. One evening, she fell asleep on the couch, phone loose in her hand, unlocked. Not fate, not luck, just inevitability. His name, his voice notes, plans, whispers, intimacy shaped in stolen hours and lies. I listened without blinking. Her laughter, soft, breathless, belonging to someone else now. Her promises, words that once belonged to me, sold cheaply to a stranger. My hands didn't shake. My heart didn't break. It calcified. And through it all, I played the dutiful husband. Coffee in the morning, quiet dinners, weekend walks. She never noticed the quiet becoming heavier, because guilt narrows vision. Meanwhile, my daughter-in-law's arrogance bloomed like mold. Thanksgiving plans, family expectations, demands disguised as tradition. She spoke to me as though I were furniture, convenient, ignored until needed, and I allowed it, for the moment. People reveal themselves most clearly when they believe you are powerless. The DNA test arrived first, then the hotel receipts, Then the voice recording from the neighbor's security camera. Truth assembled itself in cold, neat data. The confrontation was quiet. I placed the folder on the table. She walked in, humming, then froze. "What's this?" I didn't answer. I watched her face fall in slow motion. Shock, denial, panic. The human mind stages grief even for guilt. She opened the envelope, saw the DNA result first. A truth so sharp it drew blood without touching skin. Her breath caught. Her knees buckled as if truth had weight. I can explain." I raised a hand. The silence I offered was colder than judgment. There are no explanations for betrayal, only aftermath. She sobbed. I sat still. Emotion is a luxury you lose once deception touches your bones. I didn't scream. I didn't curse. No dramatic exit or thrown objects. I simply stood, calm, unmoved. "You've already lost," I whispered. "I'm just giving you the silence to feel it." I packed one bag, one passport, one key. And then I sent a single message to the family group chat, a photo of my villa in Switzerland, the one they never knew existed, my refuge built quietly while they believed I needed them. My daughter-in-law's call came first, then another, then 71 more. Panic is loud when entitlement loses oxygen. I didn't answer. They wanted a servant, not a father, a presence without voice. They forgot I had my own life, my own power, my own exits. I woke the next morning to quiet. No fake laughter, no forced roles. Just cold alpine air and the peace of escape. She texted all night, begging, apologizing, promising change. The desperate always promise reform once consequences arrive. I never responded. Silence is the purest punishment. Families can betray as deeply as lovers, sometimes worse, because their betrayal feels hereditary, expected to be forgiven. But I am done offering forgiveness to people who mistake it for obligation. Truth didn't destroy me, it freed me. And freedom, once tasted, is a hunger that never dies. I didn't lose a family, I shed a cage. Some people cling to pain because letting go makes them face who they are. I let go. Clean, cold, complete. Endings aren't tragic when they feel like release. I didn't walk away out of spite. I walked away because